Okay, happy Saturday. I just noticed on the feed I put that this was stretch session 15, but that is not true. That'll be next Thursday. This is core flow, which is probably why you're here. That's why Baltazar's here. You can see these ripped abs he has. All right. You go bother her. Okay. So someone's feisty. Okay, so derekbarris.com/yoga for schedule information, and then next Sunday, July 12th, I'll be holding my next Zoom workshop, so you can sign up there as well. And there's also playlist links and donation links up on that website. And that's all I got for you right now, except to move. So I want you to come towards the back of your mat and sit on your heels. And bring your hands down next, about halfway between your knees and your ankles, and just begin to rock the weight back and forward. We'll turn this in a moment into a little spinal movement too, but just stretching, starting to get a stretch on the top of your feet and ankles. Probably won't feel too intense at the moment. We are focusing a bit on balancing work and planking today, so that'll be where the core action happens. And you can take your knees a little wider here. Now let's add a little cat-cow movement. So put your hands on your thighs, pull your heart forward, and then as you exhale, round your back, drop your head. Let's take a few rounds like that on your own speed. Now, once we start moving in a few moments from a child's pose into planking positions, I will be throwing in some chaturanga options early. Just know that you can always go to plank if adding those push-ups is a little too intense for your first movements. We'll take about 2 more rounds of the cat-cow here. And 1 more inhale. And exhale. And then you're going to settle back into a child's pose just for a moment. Pretty active child's pose. So actively push your hips back and keep your elbows off the ground. You can relax your head. Just take 2 breaths here, having a sense of down dog in your upper body and arms. Okay, so first movements here. As you inhale, stay in your child's pose. And as you exhale, come to hands and knees. Bring your right knee up onto your right tricep. Press it back as you inhale. And left knee, left tricep. Now we're going to play with this 5 more rounds. We're going to do 2 rounds. We're going to do 1 more round here. We're going to do it in 3 rounds of 2. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Inhale. Left knee, left tricep. Now you can stick with this for the next 4 rounds, or next round, tuck your toes. Now as you exhale, right knee, right tricep, plank. So lift your left knee off the ground. Push back into that child's pose. Keep your toes tucked, so ready position. Left knee, left tricep here in that plank. Let's do that again. Inhale. Right knee. Inhale. And left knee. Okay, last cycle. Inhale. Now the third choice is chaturanga, right knee, right tricep. Push it back. Left knee. Okay, last cycle. Inhale. Right knee. Inhale. Left knee. And then from wherever you are, down dog. And just pedal that out. Now from your down dog, press your heels back, and then feel the stretch in the back of your legs. Lift your heels up high, roll out to a plank, a little rolling wave plank, and then pull your navel in, downward dog. Let's flossing our shoulders here. 2 more. Inhale, roll it out, and then bring it back. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, now inhale, roll out to plank, hover your right leg off the ground. From there, as you exhale, bring your right knee to your left elbow, and then either go to down dog split or flip your dog. Just flip it right over and stretch your right arm forward. Now we're gonna play that 2 more rounds. Right knee, left elbow in your plank, and then flip it. Try to keep your left shoulder above your wrist the entire time. Let's do 1 more. Right knee across and flip it. Take an inhale. Look at the top of your mat. Step softly into lunge. Tap your back knee to the ground. Keep your back toes tucked. Come up on your fingertips. Inhale. And then stretch both legs straight. Let's do it again. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Got it for 3. Inhale. And 3. Take a breath here in your pyramid. Now, going to balance early, bend your front knee, walk your hands forward a little bit, and then just bring your left knee to meet your right knee, hovering your left foot off the ground. Now from there, this is the start position. Take your left knee, open it out to the side, and then you can open that hip up a little bit, and then exhale, just bring it right back in. You can bend your right knee there. So inhale, it's standing split with external rotation in your left hip, and then you can bend that right knee towards a shrimp squat as you exhale. Let's do 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Tap your left foot down, chair pose. Drop down, stretch your arms up. Exhale, right elbow, left thigh. Chair twist. Just take a breath here. First twisting movement. Back to center. You can stretch all the way up. Inhale. Should feel good there. And then second side, left elbow, right thigh. Inhale, stretch up to stand. Exhale, forward bend. Flat back, inhale. First round of flow, chaturanga. You can step or hop if you're ready. And we'll meet back in downward facing. Okay, a little movement before we do the other side. Stretch your left leg up. We're gonna bring our foot forward, warrior 1. Just a breath. Be serious here, inhale. Hands down, flow back to down dog. Let's take our right side, stretch up. Nice and easy step. Warrior 1, inhale. And then make your way back to downward facing. Good. Now in your downward dog, come forward to plank, tap your knees to the ground. Let's give our wrists a little love before we do the second side. Turn your left hand back towards your left knee so your fingers are facing back. And then use your right hand and press into it and sink your hips back a little, just stretching your left wrist and forearm, and then bring it forward. And then stretch it back. Forward 2. 1 more. And 3. And let's switch that left hand forward, right hand back. Stretch it back. And back to neutral. 2 more. And 3. Right hand down, down dog, press back. Roll out to plank pose. Hover your left foot up. Left knee, right elbow 1. Now remember, you can go back to split or just flip your dog here. So roll it around and a little baby back bend, stretch forward. Let's do it again. Left knee, right elbow. Flip it 2. 1 more. Take it around. Flip it 3. And then look at the top of your mat. Step softly to lunge. Lower your back knee. Keep your back toes tucked. Sink your hips heart forward. Nice and easy, stretch your legs straight. 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. And then inhale. Exhale, 3. Back to pyramid, take a breath. Bend just your front knee, walk your hands forward a little, right knee meets your left knee in this shrimp squat. Start to take your right hip open and up, straighten your left leg, and then wrap it back down. 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. 1 more, inhale. Exhale, 3, sit a little lower, transition chair pose. Stretch up. Let me go, left elbow, right thigh, chair twist. Take a breath. Come on up, inhale, stretch all the way up. Press down through your feet, right elbow, left thigh, chair twist. Take a breath. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, fold over your legs. Flat back, inhale. Chaturanga. Adding on, right leg up. Step forward. Warrior 1 brings you up. Inhale. Clasp your hands behind you. Just a breath here. Inhale, open. Exhale, devotional. Take a breath here. Now as you come to a flat back, bring your hands forward in front of your right foot. Spin your back heel up. As you exhale, bring your left knee to your chest. Pull in 1. Bend your right knee. Shoot it back. Inhale, toes tucked. Exhale, 2. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, 3. You can step or palms down, jump back. Chaturanga. And we'll meet back in downward facing. Stretch your left leg up. And then nice and easy, step it forward. Warrior 1 brings you up. Clasp your hands behind you, opposite thumb on top. Take an inhale. Exhale, devotional for a breath. Now find your flat back, release your hands a little forward, spin your back heel up. Inhale. And then draw it in, right knee to chest. 1. Shoot it back. Draw it in. 2. Inhale, 1 more. Exhale, 3. Sink a little lower, palms down, step or hop, chaturanga. Okay, building from there, bend your knees, look forward, step or hop to the top of your mat. Stretch all the way up, inhale. Exhale, chair pose. Stay for your inhale, sit a little lower. Release your hands, fold over your legs, exhale. Flat back, inhale. Flow back, we'll meet back in downward facing. Stretch your right leg up, and bend your knee, open your hip. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Pause, hold, or bend your elbows, and then straighten your arms, keep your knee over on your form. Let's do it again, bend, straighten 2. 1 more, bend. As you straighten, flip your dog. Rock it around, stretch your right arm forward. Look at the top of your mat. Step to lunge, lower your left knee. Arms up, inhale, low lunge. As you straighten your legs, see if you can swing your arms behind you. Spin your back heel down, warrior 1, inhale. Exhale, clasp your hands. Take an inhale, devotional, exhale. Now come to a flat back. Stretch your arms forward, back heel up, and then warrior 3, lift up. You can have your arms forward or palms together. Inhale. Now, just like we did before, left knee to chest, bend your right knee. 1. Inhale, warrior 3. Exhale, 2. One more, inhale. Exhale, 3. Hands down. Step or hop, or right knee to right tricep. Hover up, flying crow if you got it. And then we'll all meet back, downward facing. Inhale, stretch your left leg up. Bend your knee, open your hip. Left knee, right elbow. Now stay or slide your knee down as you bend your elbows. Re-straighten 1. Bend. Straighten 2. Bend. Straighten. Flip. Inhale. Top of your mat. Step to lunge. Lower your back knee. Stretch your arms up. Inhale. Straighten both legs. Maybe float your arms. Back heel down. Warrior 1. Inhale. Drop your hands behind you. Interlace. Inhale. Exhale, devotional. Now as you find your flat back, stretch your arms forward, back heel up, looking just on the horizon. Warrior 3, lift up. Ooh. Inhale, any arms here. We go, right knee to chest. 1. Extend. Bend 2. One more, extend. Bend 3. Hands down. Your transition, maybe left knee, left tricep. Hover, flying crow, and float. Hear my wife on the other side of the camera yawning. Guess we're not working hard enough yet. Bend your knees, look forward, step or hop up. Inhale, stretch all the way up. Exhale, right elbow, left thigh. So finding your chair twist, pausing, or you can split your arms and open up for 3 breaths. Come on up, inhale. Take a breath up top, enjoy. Okay, second side, twist. Pause or split your arms, breathe for 3. Stretch all the way up, inhale. Take a breath up top. Exhale, Tadasana. Take a breath. Okay, do a little balance work, as I said. So, let's keep it simple to start. Left knee up. Find your tree pose, just to tap into the right leg balance. And then we're gonna move through a series here. Nothing you haven't done, we're just gonna build on it. But we're specifically going to look for lower abdominal engagement here. Just another 3 breaths. And really, tree is a basic balance pose. But just starting to observe those fast twitch muscles in your right ankle working right here. And see if you can spread out the weight. So if you feel you're on your outer foot a little much, push on the inside edge or vice versa here. And then we're going to try to do this. We'll do this 3 rounds, just in very slow motion to really own the movements. We're going to bring our left knee forward, but don't lift your knee above your hips. So you're tapped into your abdominal strength here. And then pendulum swing it back to warrior 3. And take an inhale. And then as you exhale, as you step back, thank you, Baltazar, perfect. Let me land right on your head. Step back to lunge. Bring your palms down so that left foot is back. We're going to pick up our right foot, come into one-legged plank. Bring your right knee to your left elbow. Now extend your leg back, pause, or go to chaturanga. And then push back into lunge. Step your right foot forward, palms forward or arms forward, warrior 3. Pull your knee up to stand, find tree. Okay, like I said, about control. Knee forward, warrior 3. Any arms here? Now again, as you go to lunge, our palms come down, and then we pick up our right foot, one-legged plank. First is a cross over to your left elbow. Extend it back. Pause for a breath or optional push-up. When we go back into lunge, and then we'll do it one more time. Warrior 3. Why don't you bother her over there? And then come up for tree. 2. Okay, this time we'll do it, and we'll take it into the flow you've been doing. Left knee forward. Warrior 3. Step to lunge, hands down. One-legged plank, right leg up. Now we're going to hold right knee to left elbow or drop down for a quick kundanyasana. Go back to one-legged plank. Optional push-up. And then step. Lower your knee. Stretch your arms up. Inhale. We're in a low lunge. Let's add those twists. Left elbow, right thigh. Stay here. 5 breaths. Option, lift your back knee. Split your arms or bind it up. 5 breaths. Two more breaths. Take your time out of that longer twist, pyramid pose. Stretch it out. Take a breath. Spin your back heel down, setting up your warrior 1. Bend your knee, stretch up, inhale. Clasp your hands behind you, interlace. Take an inhale. Find your devotional. 5 breaths. Wrap your right hip in. Wrap your outer left hip forward. We'll try to relax your neck and facial muscles here. And stretch your arms up. 3 more breaths. And petting him isn't the shoulder stretch there. Now, bring your hands down, restrain your right leg, give your hamstring a little love there. We're gonna make it a little more intense here. So now we kind of get into that place where we'll connect our core strength and our shoulder strength on this. So you can always keep your hands down for this and do it, but it's gonna be a little harder if you stretch your arms forward. Let's try it. Bend your front knee, you're in warrior 1 legs. Stretch your arms forward. And then straighten your right leg. Keep your abdominal muscles engaged. We'll do it again. Bend your knee. Straighten your leg 2. And then bend. Straighten 3. Now keep your core nice and strong. Heart forward, shoulders back. Bend your knee, back heel up. Warrior 3. Come on up. 5 breaths. Finding your warrior 3. If you have the room to stretch your arms forward, go for it. Flex your left foot. Heart forward for 3. And then step it back, moving into fan pose. Pivot your feet, hands to hips. Inhale. Fold it down, exhale. We're gonna move out of this in a moment, but just enjoy that forward bend. Enjoy that length for a moment. And then if you're like, oh, this is good, I wanna really just stretch My backside here, you can stay. Otherwise, going to inner thigh work, skandasana, side to side. So you can play with your version of this. Just a little mobility here. We've been very frontal plane and then transverse as we twist. So just opening it up here for a few rounds. Thanks, dude. Okay. Sorry, everyone. Okay, yeah, he's being super asshole today. All right, we're back in fan pose from that. He's never done that. It's the 40th class, first time he's found the laptop. All right, so now we're going to transition down for a little more specific core work everyone's been waiting for. Turn forward, left hand out wide, take your left leg, kick it through, come to sit. Stretch your legs out. All right. Nothing fancy, all stuff we've done before, but we'll get some oblique work in here because it's Saturday and we got to move. Bend your right knee in and then roll back with your right knee in. Now, you can always keep your right leg bent or stretch it up for more challenge, arms overhead. All right, your options, left heel down, left knee bent, foot down. That's for you with lower back issues. I would work there. Or stretch your left leg forward, hovered off the ground. Inhale. We'll do 5 rounds. Left elbow, right thigh, twist. Back to center. And then we go up to center line 1. There's 1 round. Let's do it. Inhale. Twist 2. Inhale. Center line. Inhale. Twist. Inhale. They're halfway through this. Center. Exhale. Last 2. Inhale. Twist. Center. Last round. Twist. Center. Now at center, keep your arms, chest forward, lower your right leg. Lift it 1. Just doing 5 rounds. Lower. Lift 2. Lower. 3. Lower. 4, lower, lift 5, arms overhead. We'll go back to twist, left elbow, right thigh, lift your left leg. We got 5 rounds. Lower, lift 2, lower, lift 3, 4, last one, lower, lift 5. Come to center, arms overhead. Take your arms forward. Lower your legs almost to the ground. Lift 1. Last part here. Lower. Strong center. Lift 2. Lower. Lift 3. Neck is long. Lift your shoulders a little higher. Lower. Lift 4. Lower. Now we come up. Boat pose. Lift up 5. Inhale. Put your feet down. If you can do this without your arms, great. I cannot. Squat pose. Come into your first malasana. And just enjoy that. 5 breaths here. Three more breaths. Okay, ragdoll, let it go. Take a few moments in a forward bend of your choice. That was a long journey on that side, so just let it go. We'll do the other side, and we'll back bend a little, and then we'll stretch. Okay, So bring your feet in about hip distance or so. Soften your knees and round up to stand. And let's do it. So your right knee comes up. We start in tree pose. And first 5 breaths just to find your tree and your balance, preparing for the first sequence. You can take any arms here. And same thing, you can play with the arms as you move. Arms overhead, always the hardest. Take your right knee forward. And again, don't lift it higher than the hip. Engage your lower abdominal muscles. And then just throw a back kick in slow motion. So extend back, warrior 3. Drive your heel to the back wall behind you. And then lower your hands, soften your knees. Step back to plank with your left leg hovering. And then left knee, right elbow. Back into that one-legged plank. Again, your choice is to hold or bend your elbows. As you push up, step back into lunge. Heart forward, arms forward if you got it. Warrior 3, pull back up from there. Ooh, left hip. And then come up to tree. I'm almost over this left glute injury, but balance is still challenging. Right knee forward, warrior 3. Inhale. Lower down, back to that lunge. One-legged plank. Nice and slow control. Across to right elbow. Extend it back. Maybe bend. And then push back into lunge. Last time through, warrior 3. Up to tree. Right knee forward, warrior 3. Inhale. Slow motion, bend your knee, step it to plank, left leg hovering. Go to your right elbow, pause, or rocking arm balance for a moment. Back to one-legged plank. Maybe last push-up. Step to lunge. Lower your back knee, stretch your arms up. Here we are. Inhale. Right elbow, left thigh, twisting lunge pose. You can hold here, lift your back knee, split your arms, bind it up. 5 breaths. Good. 2 more breaths. Now nice and easy, out of your twist, and extend to pyramid. You can spin your back heel down if you'd like, as we're just going to set up warrior 1 in a breath. And then find your warrior 1. Stretch up. As you take your hands behind you, opposite thumb on top from the last side, inhale. Back to devotional for 5 to stretch. Spread your toes. Press the outer edges of your feet down. Try to relax your neck and your jaw here. 3 more breaths. Release your hands, move back to pyramid again. One more time here. Again, lower back problems, you can keep your hands down for this, but it is good to strengthen with your arms forward. So start with your left knee bent, stretch your arms forward. Now keep it and just straighten your left leg, and then bend your knee, strong center. 2 more, straighten. Bend 2. Straighten. Bend 3, back heel up, warrior 3, last time. 5 breaths, your variation, any arms here. Wrap your outer right hip down, inner right thigh up, flex your foot. Heart forward for 3. Step back, setting up fan pose number 2, inhale. Exhale, lower down. Okay. You have a little time here. Again, you can play side to side. Maybe this round you just want to enjoy the forward bend, or maybe go upside down. So take the next 6 to 8 breaths here for your practice. Wherever you are, 2 more breaths. Okay, come to a flat back. All right, let's finish off this core work. Turn to the front, right hand wide, kick your right leg through, and have a seat. Shake out your legs. Bend your left knee in, and as you roll onto your back, slow roll, just pull it in as you roll back. Take a breath on your back before we start, because we're going straight through all of the movements here, right? So it's 5 of everything. Stretch your left leg up. If you're going there, again, your options, right heel down, right knee bent, or right foot hovers. Arms overhead, let's go. Right elbow, left thigh. Center, and then up the middle, 1. Inhale, twist. Back to center, up the middle, 2. Inhale, twist. Over to center. 2 more, inhale, twist. Back up, center. Last round, inhale, twist. Over, center, pause there, and then lower your left leg. Lift it, 1. Lower, lift 2. Lower, lift 3. 2 more, lower, lift 4. Lower, strong right leg, 2. Lift 5, arms overhead, twist. Lift your right leg, lower 1. Lift, lower 2. Try to get your left shoulder a little higher, lift, lower 3, up, lower 4, lift, lower 5, lower your left leg, center off, arms forward, last part, lift both legs. Lower, lift 2. Squeeze your inner thighs if you've got one leg, lower, lower back stays on the ground, lift 3. Lower, so as soon as it starts to pull up, don't go that low, lower, lift 4, lower, lift 5, bend your knees, feet down, bridge pose or wheel pose, stretch that out. 5 breaths. Okay, enjoy. Two more breaths. Lower down. Windshield wipe your legs. We'll do one more back bend, and then we'll finish with some seated poses today. Okay, after all that core work in there, should feel nice to stretch out this way. So one more back bend, bridge your wheel, set it up. When you're ready, lift up. Three more deep breaths here. Last breath, lift a little higher if you got it. And release it all down. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself, your lower back, a little bit of love here. Okay, and then before we come up, let's just play with this in stretch session. We'll start on the left side. Why not? So bend your left knee into half happy baby, right? And this is the prep we did for getting your foot behind your head, which I will not do, but I can do the prep. So you bring your left knee to the ground in a half happy baby, and then you wrap your left elbow inside of your thigh, and you bring your left hand outside. And then just grab your foot and you start to pull it back. Now there's a lot of places, obviously I'm tight here. So you can roll onto your back and bring your foot back or up a little bit. I like this because I have the leverage in my arm to help to stretch a little more. You can also straighten your right leg out. As you can see, mine hovers, and ideally you want that hip down. So again, don't worry about my compensations, right? We all have them. But for me now, I'm just lifting up and I'm using my left elbow into my left hamstring to give me leverage to just get a little more inner rotation in the thigh as I pull. Just 2 more breaths. Good, and then release, and then let's go to the other side. So bend that left knee, bring your right knee into half happy baby. This is a great example. I've said this a lot with compass pose, for example. All right, let's get into it and I'll explain. So right knee down, right elbow inside, and then just grab your foot and start to pull back. Again, if you're on your back, that just means you have more flexibility than me, and that's awesome. Right, so compass, like when I've taught so many times, people will see some people straighten their leg up and they'll be like, I can't do that, so they just give up. Now, it doesn't matter that I can't get my foot behind my head. It probably won't happen, but just being at this stage along the way, I get a really nice stretch, especially around my glute and my outer right thigh personally. Take 3 more breaths. So we don't get caught up in the final form, but we just stop along the way where we feel it, get a lot of benefit out of it. And back to center, let that go. And now that rotational movement should feel good. Rock up to sit for ankle to knee pose. So stretch your legs out, shake it out, see how that feels. Since we started left side, we'll start left side here. So again, for those of you whom ankle to knee is especially tough, you can keep your right leg straight and just bend your left knee across, right? So you're in half ankle to knee. Most people can tolerate this with their knees, doesn't bother the hips too much. And as you fold, you start to really get that stretch in your left hip, which feels good. But if you do the double, then you get the right and left hip, which is really the advantage of going to 2 instead of 1 here. You do want your foot just sitting off of your thigh. And again, we'll be here about 1.5 minutes. So as we start to wind down, just enjoy this stretch. Enjoy being a relative word. Obviously, it is intense. So when I say enjoy, I can find that sort of release when I allow my exhales to be longer than my inhales. So calming my nervous system, which helps me acclimate to the intensity of the posture, which then does actually bring a little bit of enjoyment. About halfway through on this side. See if on every exhale you can just soften your body a little bit more. Last 3 deep breaths. As you inhale, curl back up. And then take your left knee and just lift it and slide it outside of your right knee. You can bring that foot forward. You can also do this with straight legs, setting up your spinal twist. Stretch your right arm up, sit up nice and tall. You can wrap your knee with your elbow, or you can bring it outside or bind if you have another version. And take 5 deep breaths here. Sit up nice and tall as you inhale. Press the crown of your head up. As you exhale, rotate. Coming back to center, take a little counter twist over to the right. And stretch your legs out. Oh, that felt good. Shake it out a little bit. And then setting up this second side. So again, if you're going straight leg, go straight leg. So in general, we all have different breathing patterns. I always, when I'm counting off breaths, I think of a deep breath as 10 seconds. So right, that's 6 breaths per minute, and that's about 9 breaths in this pose. Now, obviously, it's not a contest. That's just how I mark it. Some people can take 2 breaths in a minute, and that's the deep breath. But it's a nice place to aim for. So starting now, we'll go 90 seconds, lengthen out, and then breathe. Taking about 3 more deep breaths here. Lifting back up. Okay, bring your right foot down, slide your left knee across, stretch your left arm up, and take your spinal twist. Rotating back to center. Take a little counter twist across. Stretching up, stretch your legs out. All right, last one. Stretch your arms up with straight legs. Lengthen out and find your forward bend. Heart forward as you inhale. And keep your feet flexed as you exhale. Lengthen out, release your neck, relax your jaw. Rolling back up. I invite you to come to lie on your backs or take a seated meditation for the next few minutes and then just let all of that settle. I will leave you here as always. I thank you so much for practicing with me this morning. Have a great holiday weekend if you're in America taking this. And I will see you again on Tuesday for our next dynamic flow. All right, guys, namaste.